Hey, GRPS staff, Mike Hastings from Instructional Technology once again with another Schoology video. Just a real quick one here. One of the expectations for the fall of 2021 as we roll Schoology out to the secondary schools in the district is that you're going to have some sort of folder arrangement folder set up in your classes. And so I just want to show you real quickly how easy it is to create folders and then talk about some of the intricacies about intentionally creating a folder um, system. So I'm in portal.grps.org. I'm going to click on my Schoology app. It's going to automatically sign me in. And here I am at my course dashboard. I happen to have a course way down at the bottom of my Schoology that is brand new that I just built and has no content in it. It's a blank canvas. For some people, intimidating. For some people, exciting. Depending on who you are, we're going to show you how to start getting some content in there. Again, one of the requirements, one of the expectations for GRPS as we roll Schoology out this first semester is to have a folder structure. And so we add folders just by clicking Add Materials. And then the very first thing up at the top of the Add Materials menu is Add Folders. You give the folder a title. Um, I definitely recommend that at the beginning of every course you have a parent information file that is directed at, parents. And you can put important information for your class in there, whether it's syllabi, whether it's homework policies, grading policies, any information that you share with your students that's relevant to the class, copies of permission slips for parents to open and access, maybe even print, sign, and return. And if a student lost a copy on the bus or whatever the case may be, just a place where parents can go and see information that you've provided for them about your class. Maybe even some Schoology information here, right? And we're going to go ahead and hit create. I made it red so it would draw attention to parents. And you'll see that it's going to load and you're going to have parent information. And what I typed there in the description is going to show up there on the file label section there. Maybe I want to add another folder, and that other folder is going to be student course information. Maybe this is for my students, and they want to find the syllabus here. And other important documents. I know when I was teaching, I used the Marzano framework for vocabulary, and as middle school kids had a hard time remembering that four square layout and what went where. And so in my classroom, in my student course information, I just had a template for the Marzano vocabulary format with the word, the definition, the picture, and the sentence. So students could click into that student course information file folder, and they could go ahead and find those documents, find anything they needed to function in the course, any of the basic materials, maybe log on experience, maybe there might be a Schoology, a how to in here, anything that you might desire. Another folder that I recommend adding to your class, regardless of how you lay out your classes, is a past weeks or past units. Um, and I'll do this like this. You're going to name it differently, your own. You don't ever want to delete material from your Schoology feed here because it connects directly with the gradebook. And if you delete an assignment here, it's going to delete it from the gradebook. And we don't want to do that. And so in order to keep your file organization technique clean and easy to navigate for both parents and students, it's important to move past weeks folders and assignments into one folder so students can find them later, but they're not muddling up their day to day. Mm, let's do this. There we go. Obviously, verbiage and things like that will change. So, right at the top of your course, again, strongly suggested. You certainly have autonomy. You can do what you will within your courses, but from an organizational standpoint, think about it from a lens of how's this going to be viewable and how are parents and students going to see it, which is very similar to how you're going to see it here. And so, if a parent pops into your course and they see parent information right at the top, it's going to be obvious for them to click on that folder. Students, it'll be obvious for them to click on there. And then below this, you might have, a folder with, um, 2021 marking period one. That's going to be a green light because we're getting going. And inside that 2021 marking period one, you might have all of your stuff that you're going to post to the course in marking period one, all of your assignments, all of your assessments, whatever the case may be. Maybe you don't want to arrange it by marking periods. Maybe you want to be um, unit one, and you put your all of your unit things inside that folder. Maybe you're running a project-based class, and you might call this project one. Whatever it is that you're going to use in your course to intentionally organize it, thinking about it from the lens of parents and students. Sometimes this calendar style week one format makes sense to folks. So whatever it is you decide to build your folder, your folder hierarchy and your folder style around, just make sure it's intentional. Make sure you're thought through what you're going to provide, and remember your lenses from your student and parent standpoint. As folks jump into your class, are things going to be easy to find? And an example of that is maybe within the 2021-2022 week one folder, I add a subfolder in here for vocabulary. And maybe I have a subfolder for vocabulary in all of my week folders that I build all year long, and it's always pink. And maybe I have a folder in that week one folder that is, I will make it blue and we'll call it activities and assignments. So students can go and find them, right? That is not supposed to be activate, sorry. And maybe I have an organization here that is important. Okay. Maybe you don't do that. Maybe you do it linearly. Maybe instead of activities and assignments and assessments and quizzes and vocabulary, you may have within a week, if you're going to go from the calendar style, you can go Monday, right? Well, actually, in this case, for the first week of school, we can go Tuesday, 8/24. Just know that everything that you're going to do on Tuesday, 8/24 is located in there. This one can be Wednesday, 8/25. This can be Thursday, 8/26, and so forth. So again, these are just options. Certainly not saying you have to do something one way or the other. Just showing you some of the different ways you can lay out your files and folders in your course, so it's organized and easy for your students to navigate. Really creating that equitable access that we're looking for with our students, whether they're at school or at home with their one-to-one devices. They'll be able to go and identify. Their assignments and the work that they're supposed to do in class. Hopefully, this has been a help. As always, happy learning. We'll look forward to talking to you later. Thanks, guys.